YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And in today's Madden 24 video, I'm going to teach you guys, bar none, hands down, the best defense in the game. Now, if you've been watching the Madden Bowl, you've seen pretty much every pro player run Dollar. And the reason for this is right now, Dollar has, bar none, the best defense in the game. It has a setup that is very, very difficult to deal with, pretty much impossible to consistently block without having to sacrifice way too much. And I'm going to be honest, Dollar has been one of the top two best defenses in the game all year, if not the best all year long. But right now, it's just on that next level. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do this so you guys can win more games and do it yourself. So, first of all, I want to break down the coaching adjustments you're going to want when running this defense, and then I'll get into some specific setups of how to do this. So the first thing and most important thing is in your coaching adjustments, you just want to click the right analog stick in to access this at the pre-play menu. Turn auto flip off, put on auto alignment to base. The reason why we put it on base is because right now you need to have deep out zone KOs on your outside corners, and if you baseline press them, that's going to give them the best possible chance to break up the sideline passes. Next, you're going to want to put your option defense on conservative. Now, as far as zone drops and zone coverage settings, normally I keep everything on default and then I adjust it throughout the game because I want to see, like, what is my opponent doing? Are they going to abuse corner outs, crossers, posts, seams, flats? What are they going to do? So one thing I will adjust a lot, though, is I will put hooks on 20 because a lot of people want to attack this defense in the seams. If you put your hooks on 20, it will make it much more difficult to do that. But like I said, I will adjust these zone drops really just depending upon what my opponent is doing. I definitely would recommend not having match on, leaving zone coverage on default, because a lot of people don't know this, but even in the cover 3 blitzing defense, if you turn on match, there's a few like glitchy things that can happen and make you give a big one-play touchdowns. So with this defense, I would definitely keep it on default. I do like match for other defenses, but not for this one. Okay, so let's just go ahead and show you guys the play setup. But real quick, I need to show you guys subs. So you don't have to do anything crazy, but I would just recommend having your best user as the right of screen sub linebacker. I have Harold Carmichael here. And then a fast player coming up this left A gap. We're going to be blitzing him a lot. This is Gronkowski for me. This could be a lot of players, though. You could have a backup safety here. No big deal. This left of screen slot corner, he's going to be in coverage and blitzing. So really just some speed here. Now, the play we're going to look at is this free safety zone blitz. Now, this is a defense that has been run, and there's a few different ways to run it. I will say, guys, the common setup that most people know about is easily countered. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys an advanced setup that you can't really block. It's way, way better, and this is why all the pros are running it right now. So I'm going to give you guys a few different setups and adjustments to this defense that's going to take it to the next level. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the whole video so you don't miss out on important info. And if you want more high-level Madden 24 content like this, tips and gameplays, subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video. If we get to 500 likes on this video, I will post another defense you can run from Dollar to greatly complement this one. So the basic setup that a lot of people are running is just basically to press your coverage. You hit triangle Y or triangle or Y, and then you hit down on the left stick. Then you're just going to pitch your D-line by hitting left on the D-pad, down on the left stick. And at this point, you know, you want to go ahead and put the safety that's blitzing on the left of the screen into coverage. That's why I like my hooks on 20. So if I put him in a hook zone, he'll kind of be waiting right in that seam. If they try to run like, you know, bunch and run like a crosser or a post, he'll kind of be in that general area too. So that's a good adjustment. And this is what most people do. Now, like I said, this is the basic setup, but I'm about to show you the advanced setup, because if you were just to run this basic setup that most people run, it's a good setup. But if offensively we see this and we slide protect to the right or even ID the D tackle, this setup's gonna get picked up. You guys can see this guy, he gets picked up, and now it's like, I mean, it's still pretty good coverage, but I'm not getting immediate pressure. Now, there's a few different adjustments to make this defense way better. The most important thing I will say is to back up your slot corners. So guys, I just did the exact same setup, only difference is now I backed up my slot corners. Now, I backed up both of them. And the reason why I backed up both of them is because, you know, people are going to flip their formations, they're going to oddball. So if you just back up both of them real quick, no matter what formation they're in, they're not going to be able to pick this up, right? Because they're not going to be able to do the same adjustments they would to pick this up when the corners, the slots are backed up. So I'd recommend backing up both. And the way you do this after you press your coverage, y'all probably saw I did that very fast, right? It's actually pretty easy. You just hit, depending upon your system, triangle or Y. Basically the coverage adjustment menu pops up. You guys see on the left, screen, bottom left-hand corner, excuse me, there's an individual button. You hit the icon for the individual. For me, that's X. Now, you just need to hit the icon of the slot receiver on the left or the right, wherever the slot is.
Do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I have built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code Duke for 10% off your order.
So if he basically whichever side he's on, hit the slot receiver's icon. For me, that's R1. Then you flick up on the analog stick, and that's going to back up the slot corner that's over the slot receiver. Now, for the other one, it depends upon the formation. If we're in a formation like this with bunch, once we back up the slot corner over the slot receiver, the other side of the formation, you guys can see there's no tight end, there's no slot receiver, so we would actually individually back up the corner over the running back. So on the left, I would hit, to back up the left slot corner, what I did is I hit quick coverage audible, X, and then I hit Derrick Henry's icon with triangle and flick up on the right analog stick. So to do that in real time for you guys, I'm going to reset it so you guys can see. I press my coverage, triangle or Y and down. Then I'm going to go ahead and pinch my D line, which is left on the D-pad, and then down. Then I put my free safety and hook zone, which is basically triangle, triangle. His icon, which is L1, down on the stick is a hook zone. Now, if I want to back up the left of screen slot corner first, I'd hit coverage audible, triangle Y, individual button. Then the running back's icon, that's triangle, flick up on the right analog stick. Same thing on the other side of the field. This time I just hit R1 because the slot receiver's over there, flick up on the right analog stick. Now, you're probably looking at that, oh my gosh, that's 1,000 steps. It's really not. I can do that super fast. You just have to get it down in practice mode for 5 or 10 minutes. So it's muscle memory and you don't think about this. I do this type of setup every game. You see pros do it. If you can't do this, get better at the game or, just keep losing. That's really up to you. It's that simple. But anyways, guys, you can see now, if I try to slide protect right or ID, this blitz still comes in. And as you guys can see, all I do is I just cover that kind of right of screen seam, short middle of the field area because everything else is guarded. Now, when running this defense, there's a lot of different adjustments you can do now that you know how to kind of make it much more difficult to block because the slide protection and ID no longer works against it. There's a lot of coverage things you can do. So let's go over to coverage now. So, like I said, generally speaking, your main goal here is to guard the kind of like short middle right seam area. That's you. So like a lot of times I will shade my coverage underneath to get a hard flat because I don't want those purple zones. Those purple zones suck. I want hard flats, right? Now, if I start to see that for whatever reason, they're kind of showing that they can pick up my, four-man setup. Maybe they have another adjustment that most people don't know about. There's even ways to counter that. So once I see that, okay, maybe you have better blocking than the average person, I'm probably going to start blitzing that left of screen slot corner and turn this four-man rush into a 5. And to do that, I always stay on this right of screen sub linebacker so I don't get quick snapped and I stand over this right guard. So I can blitz that left of screen slot corner with my quick adjustments. Again, that's going to be triangle or Y twice. And then you hit his icon. For me, that's Devin Hester, which is triangle. And you flick down on the right stick to blitz him. Beautiful. This is what we got. And it's not showing he's blitzing for some reason, so let me just click around until it shows. He's blitzing. You just have to do this in practice mode. It's a visual glitch. Pretty annoying. It is what it is, though. There, finally. Now you can see he's blitzing. So this is what's going to look like. Now, if you do this, and you think that they might attack that flat area on the left, easily just put this guy in a curl flat, shade down, now he's in a hard flat, right? Now, if you do that, there's no seam coverage on that left of screen, so that'd be something you would have to look out for. Another thing I want to mention, guys, is pass committing on this game is really effective. So if you're playing someone who never runs the ball, or just an obvious pass hitting situation, definitely pass commit. So to do that, you hit R1 or RB, and you flick up on the right analog stick. By pass committing, your coverage is going to get better, but really what's going to happen is your D linemen are going to shed way better. So like even if they are able to slow your blitz down, I guarantee you if you pass commit, one of your D linemen is shedding really fast. So this is how it's going to look with blitzing this right of screen slot corner. This time I'm going to slide protect a different way. And you'll see that when you start sending 5 and backing up that slot corner on the right, this blitz is pretty much impossible to consistently pick up. As you guys can see, I get 2 people coming free. So now, even if they were able to somehow figure out how to block the A gap, they're not going to block both of those guys, right? Because if they had the running back staying in or someone else staying in and trying to pick up the A gap, and even if they were able to, which is pretty hard, then that left of screen slot corner comes. So they have a choice. Like, you can't pick up both. Like, you cannot. And this is a 5-man rush with 2 people coming free. So if we're sending 5 and they're able to block 5 or 6 and I get 2 people free, that's crazy. That's crazy. And this is what makes this defense so good, is it forces quick reads, it has good coverage, and you can adjust this really, really easily. Guys, I have a full dollar scheme on sportsgamers.com for my VIP members. If you really want to learn everything I do, ins and outs, counters to all the counters, the link is in the description, and I put it in the comments. VIP members get access to the entire site, and code Duke gives you 10% off your order. Till next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.